This dude definitely a dad for sure. He got this the fit that his
I'm a dad.
I am a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
dog dad. Who is not the daddy?
First thing I want to do is look at the bags under everybody's eyes. Being here. Yeah, okay, all right, that's pretty good. Maybe we're just all tired. Yeah.
Are these everybody's only kids, or do people have more?
Only.
We have more kids.
I have a lot, so this is one of six.
This is
I have
my only
six
cat.
total.
Oh,
Yeah.
oldest?
No, he's the second oldest.
Second oldest. How old did you say you were again?
I'm 33,
33.
but the two older are from my husband's first marriage.
Okay.
So we have also a 14-year-old.
For me, I was like 6 kids. That's a lot to be a step parent. So I think that was one of the things that I wasn't too sure about. You know, someone wanting to be a stepdad for 6 kids.
Stepdad. That's
fine.
nice, man. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna make our guesses early today. Let's go with just off of appeal and look, man. This dude definitely a dad for sure. He got this the fit that his wife or a girl got from Marshalls. This dad, they kind of matching swag. Like he got the dunks on. Daughter got some swag. Nice haircut for sure. He just looked like a dad. This dude right here, he got the bean head. You know what I mean? You go bald. Got my dad did the bean head a few times. This guy, I don't know. He got a little swag, but his son got his socks hiked up all the way. So I don't know. And then he already said, "This is my only dad." I don't know about this guy. This guy got a young kid. I gotta hear what he talking about first. But you know the Crocs, the fit give. I rushed up here and I'm a dad. I don't know about this guy. This guy, and this guy I'm worried about. These two, I'm for sure it can't be them. Just off our 54-second intro, y'all know what I mean? So let's see.
He's not the stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up.
Truly. I've got one other. I've got a son. He was just born. He's a month old. Dante. And then her.
I have 2. This is my oldest, and then my daughter. She's 7 years old. So those are the only 2 that I have right now. I do want at least 3 more. You know,
Just keep going.
We're all gonna have families here. Yeah, let's go for it.
I'm a single dad, so I have to find how to have them.
Okay.
I got one more. Same thing. He's 7, and he's the last one. 2 is enough.
3 months in, I feel like I'm done too.
I want a football team, basically.
I'm curious, like, what's the most shocking thing, or maybe most difficult thing about fatherhood? Because that's something maybe we can all relate to.
I think for me is I didn't feel like a dad. It was more like a school project. Like, oh, I just gotta make sure it's all right. He survives the day.
First, I thought it was him because like he was kind of tossing the kid around. I was like, oh Jesus, it's got to be like an uncle type figure.
The part that's probably comes the hardest is the growing up part. It seems kind of cheesy, but really, like every day she does something new. There was one weekend that we had a nice little weekend, me and my wife, and she was with my parents. And she came back that weekend knowing a few more words, and I was upset that I missed that. Like just those little moments that you miss. And like, I don't ever want you to take her again. No. I don't want her learning anything else at your house. It's okay. What's wrong?
I think the hardest thing for me was learning how not fragile like kids are, because like you always hear about like all the fun stuff that you get to do with kids and play with them and stuff, but nobody ever talks about how when you hurt them, how it's going to affect you. Like the first time you drop them, you're playing a little too rough, but you're tough, right? Yeah.
I dropped my little cousin off the bed one time. It wasn't my baby, but I felt so bad. So bad. It wasn't a high bed either. Like y'all don't call CPS on the boy, but it was a low bed. I like sleeping like close to the ground. I don't know why. I always get those beds, like the platform beds that are really low, but like that was a long drop for her. Like she was a baby. She flipped over, boom. I didn't know babies like spent and did all that. I'm not ready for kids at all.
I'm always so concerned about this little girl. I'm like, dude, like everybody, I'm always making sure they're washing their hands, like making sure they're like, oh, you didn't pet any dogs, did you? Oh, I can't.
I was having second thoughts on Elijah too, only because he was younger than him.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Elijah's also suspicious. I think I'm gonna have to piggyback on that too, like the not just emotional toll, but like the physical toll. Like you're not just physically there for your child, like you're emotionally there for them all the time. They become a mini
Like, this is my mini me,
He
essentially,
not
right? Like,
touching
everything,
his
my
dad.
values and everything becomes him, right?
It looked like they were like uncle nephew because they were like playing around a lot and.
Oh, also, that Nathan and Aiden were wearing matching necklaces. Everything is both harder and easier than I expected it to be. So it's like a lot of like the mechanics of like, I have 3 under 3. So like putting them into the car is like so difficult. But then everyone's like, oh, how are you like doing bedtimes and stuff? And it's like
I know they're gonna vote him out, but I don't think he's a fake. I think
He was just carrying the baby, kind of like sitting down instead of just putting it to the side.
I voted for Nathan because I just didn't get that dad energy from him,
He's a
from
new
somebody
dad.
who would have had their kids so young and gone through all the things that dads do go through for the first time.
No matter the mess, Huggies wipes
Yo,
are
help me
thicker
out.
and more
Nah,
absorbent
nah,
for an
nah.
unbeatable clean. We got you,
can't pay for
baby.
this. I need more subscribers.
What is that?
Boy, yo.
I gotta play it.
We get a lot of Walking Dead City. Oh man.
Surprised because I thought it was gonna be Elijah, but they all voted for us because Austin's son voted for us.
For those of you who were at the birth of your child, or
Yeah,
for those of you who were there for part of the pregnancy, what was that experience like for you?
For her, because first kid, you take all those classes and things. We did like hypnosis classes to help mom get through it, and then when the day none of it happened the way that we trained for it. It didn't happen that way. And I was getting yelled at, and she was screaming. I was just trying to be nice and quiet and
you
just.
see on the movie, like we was in them mommy classes, and mom was doing spin, and then we went to baby yoga. That's people with money. He got money. I see the dunks. I see like the cut. Like I see the little, the little things that might make him like, oh, he got a nice little job. But when he said he was taking classes because he was gonna have a baby, he got time, money to blow, enough to have kids. He's a dad.
Just whatever you need, and she was like, "I need you to go away." I'm like, okay.
Is it faint?
No fainting.
I got close. I didn't realize it till they were focused on her. I'm so focused on her, and every doctor in the room is looking at me, and I'm like, hey, like game time. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And then I sat down and realized, like, oh no, I'm not.
You have to play it off for her.
Yeah, because if I'm going, like, it's her time to shine.
Yeah.
I got to sit back and be the supportive dad. And,
So I wasn't there for pregnancies because I was step parent and foster, but I will say when I was in the process of like dating a guy with kids, I Google searched like gay stepdad, like looking for books.
Oh,
Do not do that.
I was frontline. Shout out my girlfriend. She was pushing, and it didn't seem like she was. So all the doctors were like, "Good push, good push," and I was like,
yeah,
"Really?"
that's the thing. Is like everybody always talks about the yelling noise. Like you see it in the movies, but the reality is when they're pushing, it's more like
Yeah. I was like, "Are you doing anything? Good job, oh baby."
During the pregnancy stage, so I was 19, so I was a sophomore in college, and that was probably the most difficult part because I was in a fraternity.
I do not think it's that God, man. I'm telling y'all. Just on a side note, man, I am scared of my girl having kids. It's a fear. You know how many people die during pregnancy? To lose my girl for this baby I don't even know, I don't know what I would do, man. I don't know. Kids, man, you love them, you gotta love them. But if I lost my girl because of this little parasite, I'll be mad, and it'd be my own fault. This is a side note, so y'all know about me.
Too, and they were all going out, and everybody was doing their thing, and I was so left out.
Is that your dad?
Yes, that's my dad. His name is Nathan. I kind of had some beef with Dominic because he was all asking me questions like, "Are you sure he's your dad?" I was like, "Yes, I'm sure he's my dad."
You know your dad's name. That's
Yeah,
a
and
good
he's
start.
27 years old.
His relationship with Aiden seems more of one of two brothers. You can just kind of see in the way they interact, the way they look at each other.
Tell him, why do we even come here? You don't even know why fully.
Yeah, you need to pay taxes and stuff.
What's your earliest memory of your dad? Earliest thing you remember?
I remember like him trying to make me laugh, but that wouldn't really work with me.
Oh, I'm funny.
something was off about him. He just wasn't really communicating with his daughter.
Give us your best dad joke.
She seems quiet.
Oh man, yeah, I'm not funny.
That was pretty funny.
Well, you know when a joke becomes a dad joke, right? When it becomes apparent.
Okay, that was a good one. All right.
How about you? What's your favorite memory? Yeah.
So I was with my mom
That's the
a lot.
babies.
That basically whole entire week. I was able to see my new baby sister, and I finally saw her. I was excited. Let me spend most of the time with you guys.
Think you can find out who's the fake daddy?
Well, subscribe to the channel to find out. Now let's get back to the video.
Jubilee, shout out to them. I'm always give shout out to who I'm reacting to because I appreciate y'all for doing so much whacking on the background. I'm just scabbing. I'll work on it when I get a camera. You guys subscribe to my channel. But anyways, shout out to Jubilee. Subscribe to them. I'm subscribed to them. I subscribe to everybody I react to. I subscribe to their channels, or I try to at least. So yeah, check them out, man. What was I finna say? Y'all should know who the fake daddy is. But subscribe to my channel.
Yeah.
That was so impressive.
It was like the body language. I saw a kid pat Nathan on the back, and I was like, "Oh, nah, we didn't like that."
Just seemed to me like Aiden answered like that was really his dad. So that made me question my whole thing. And then at the last minute when we go up to vote, I'm like, I don't think it's Nathan anymore. So that's why I wrote down Nikki.
Yeah, get them out
I
of
heard
there.
about healthcare.gov on the radio, and with the new law, it was really affordable. It only took me 30 minutes to find a plan for $13 a month.
All plans cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll by December 15th.
So the 8 Sleep is a pod cover that fits on a mattress like a fitted sheet, but it's temperature controlled, so...
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
So continue playing?
That's 2 out of 5. Okay. So we will not continue the game. If the lights turn green, you have voted the mole out, and you win. If the lights turn red,
Baby got me with the
the
young
liar's
baby.
still
I
in the
can't really
square,
gauge that because the baby
and you
don't know.
lost.
Baby don't know nothing.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Look, from 54 seconds in, y'all, we knew now. I don't know which one it was. I hope it wasn't the other guy because it don't feel stupid. But let's see.
Let's go.
On the count of 3, if the mole can step forward and reveal himself along with his partner in crime. 3, 2, 1.
I'll tell you, bro. Look at bro socks. Look at his swag. I'm not having my son dressed like this. Like he got the glasses, he got the flannel pants. He doing the cuffed long sock look. No way he gonna have his son wearing above the knee shorts, blue shirt that don't go with the pants with a long. He gonna have on like the dong shirt. You know what I mean? He gonna have a little swag. That couldn't have been his son. That's his son.
Well done.
Good job, guys.
I messed up.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna let me down from the beginning. I was trying so hard, but I knew like the 27-year-old, he's just gonna let me down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Practice for way longer.
Shout out to us, man. Cause we knew exactly who like it was from the beginning. Like, man. But let me know what y'all think. If you got some recommendations of things y'all want to see, let me know. Cause I'm trying to record more videos and get more reactions out until I can get a camera and start doing vlogs or whatever. And back to what I used to do, because I broke my camera. That's just another tribulation of things that we got to get going before we like focus on our channel. But with all that being said, subscribe to my channel. Until next time.